Welcome to this tutorial of operations performed on variables. Now what we are going to do is again create an empty file and save it as operations.cpp. Now the basic code will always be the same: iostream, namespace, followed by int main and return 0. Now what are we going to do in this tutorial? We are going to get two numbers from the user and do four operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on them. For that, what are we going to be required? So first of all, we need two variables to store two numbers. And what are we going to do? We are going to do it on integer data type. Why integer? Because that is the most basic thing to learn first. So say I do int a comma int b. Now these two variables a and b are going to store a number. We can do a is say 10 and b is 20. Now I want the sum of these two numbers. So instead of writing 10 plus 20, I'm going to write a plus b. What else is required? Now we need a variable to store the result. If I am doing a plus b, it is going to give me 30. But where exactly should I store this number 30? For that I require another variable. So I do int sum. We can use say variables, we can write a b c d, or we can use a more informative kind of variables. Then no, in which we can understand what it is doing. I can write int c and then c equals to a plus b, but in that case it will not be very clear what is c doing if another person sees my code. So I am doing int sum, and sum equals to a plus b. Now if I want to show this to the user on the screen, yes, we have to use a function, inbuilt function of C++, that is cout. And what we have to show? We have to show the sum. Now if I run this code, I will see 30. Let's make it more innovative and informative for the user. I want that the user should see that it is the sum. So I will write sum equals to sum. Now if I run this code, what I'm going to see is that sum equals to 30. Now it is not telling us what it is doing the sum of. So if I write a plus b equals to sum, again when I run this code, it is going to show me a plus b equals to 30. What I want is that the values of a and b. For that I will write a like this, then plus in inverted commas, followed by b, and then the equal sign. See, a and b, and in between I've written plus and equals. So when I run this code, it will show me 10 plus 20 equals to 30. Now let's make the task a little difficult, because that's what our teachers want, and let us remove the values. Now instead of writing int a equals to something, int b equals to something, I am taking the input from the user, but for that also I have to declare the variables. Now instead of writing in each line int a, int b, int sum, what I can do is that I can write every variable in the same line. So I write int a followed by comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E, whatever I want, but I want sum. So I will write int A, comma B, comma sum. And then cout enter two numbers. So what exactly I'm going to do is that I'm going to tell the user on the screen that yes, you have to enter two numbers, and then I have to take the input from the user. So what the cout does is that it shows to the user that the computer wants two numbers, followed by cin. Cin is used to take the input from the user. So I will write cin A and cin B. Now cin A and cin B, again I can use cin function in the very same line to take the input from the user. For that I'm going to do cin A B. Now what it does, it takes the input from the user. And now I can use sum, difference, product and quotient in this program. So I will first have to declare the variables. For every operation I will have to declare a variable. So sum, difference, product and quotient. And what next I have to do is have to define what difference is. So difference is A minus B. The product is A into B. For multiplication we use the star, and then quotient is equals to A divided by B. Now I have declared it, I have defined it, now I have to show it to the user. For that I use cout A minus A into B, A divided by B. So A minus B is difference, A into B is product, and A by B is Q. Now let me tell you something about slash n. Now before slash n, let us run this code. Enter two numbers, I write 20, I write 10, and see. The problem is that everything is showing in a single line. So what we have to do is after write 20 plus 10 equals to 30, followed by I have to give a new line command over here. Then 20 minus 10 is 10. Again I need something such that I get to a new line. For that we use slash n. Slash n is used to get to the new line. Now it's a backslash followed by n, and instead of this in C++ we can write end l. It's an inbuilt function for C++, and what it does, it takes you to the new line. Now those of you who want to use slash n can use the slash n, and those of you who want to use the end l can use this. The only difference is that slash n has to be written in inverted commas and end l is written like that. So if I write end l everywhere, here also I write end l. Now once I run this program, you will see why I use the end. Now when I run this code, I will have to give two numbers. I write 8 and 2. It gives me 8 plus 2 equals to 10. 8 minus 2 is 6. 8 into 2 is 16, and 8 by 2 is 4. Thank you for watching CS75.in tutorials.